I'm KillCam. Welcome to KillCam Update. Today I'm featuring the Soviet I-301 in War Thunder. The I-301 plane that you get from the 2014 Winter Holiday event is the prototype of the Lag-3 line of Soviet fighters. The Lag was the Soviet designation for aircraft made by the design team of Lavochkin, Gorbanov, and Gudkov. If you know about Lags, you know a little something about this plane already. It's basically a boom and zoom fighter, rank 1 with a battle rating of 2.3. It can reach over 600 kilometers per hour and has a 23mm cannon, two 12.7mm machine guns, and two 7.62mm machine guns, all nose-mounted. Are you kidding me? This is the Soviet equivalent of the Focke-Wulf 198-4, only at rank 1. You face biplanes in this thing. If there's a single-engine fighter with better guns at rank 1, then I don't know about it. Just to push the envelope though, I'm going to see how this plane does if I don't stick to a pure boom and zoom strategy. The initial merge. So often this opening sequence is a large factor in whether or not you will have a strong or poor match. In this game, I underestimate a P-47 Thunderbolt's capacity to climb and get guns on me. I'm closing on a Ki-45 and seem about to get a clean kill. Suddenly I have to dodge 50 caliber, and it costs me a second or two, meaning the Ki-45 could get guns on me and start a fire. I'm not dead, but it's a costly mistake. It leaves me with a black wing and almost all other modules pink to red. My plane's performance is diminished due to an avoidable oversight. Anyway, I got the kill and I'm not dead. I spotted Wellington within reach about 1.5 kilometers away. I can still fly reasonably well, and I close with the bomber. Thankfully, the fire is out, and no enemy fighters are in position to exploit my damaged plane. As the Welly is a big slow target, I open up at 640 meters, further away than I normally might. A solid burst kills it before I'm within 0.5 kilometer. A little later, a juicy PBY-5 float plane sits about 1 kilometer out. For planes with cannons, PBYs are kill pinatas. They're slow as hell and can't turn or climb to save their lives. It's simply a matter of walking up to the pinata, whacking it until it splits open and spills the goodies. Yeah, War Thunderers, I know you like the goodies. Welcome to the goodie room, kill number 3, and the I-301 is holding together. Oh look, another float plane 2.5 kilometers away. Another research point pinata to bust open. You can see even at 50% throttle, my engine is getting redder by the second, and my oil and water temperatures are also in the red. I'd better get as many kills as I can before my engine goes black and shuts down, and I have to limp back to base to repair. I enter firing distance of the H6K4 and empty an entire magazine into the thing. It's on fire and on its way to dead. I see a Wellington approaching head-on, so I elect to let the H6K4 burn to death and save ammo for the new bomber. I have time to wait, so I just linger and make sure the Japanese float plane burns up before I angle slightly down to intercept. I start on what should be another sure kill, right? Wrong. This is some bad shooting by me right here. That Wellington doesn't seem to be a difficult target, right? I tear to the welly and light it up like a bonfire, and I think absent intervention another plane doomed to burn up in flight. Do I get kill credit though? No. Someone else, not even in the same zip code, swoops in with a P-38 and derp cannons the bomber that's already a burning wreck in the sky. Frustrating, but my fault. No such thing as a kill steal, my friends. I should have killed it faster. It wasn't that long after that sequence when the I-301's engine went black and shut down on me. I pointed the plane toward the blue runway and glided it in to land. The game is almost over anyway, so I'm pretty sure this is how my game is likely going to end. The no-engine landing is a snap, but I included it in the video for an important safety tip. You can land in the center of the runway, that's no problem, but get yourself into the habit of using your rudder to turn your plane and taxi to a stop off the center of the runway. Even better, off the runway entirely in between structures. Most bombers drop their payloads right on the center of runways. If you taxi off the runway, you'll survive most bombing attacks on it. See how taxiing the plane a little to the right saved it from a direct hit with a bomb? Hide your plane in between buildings, and you'll make it harder to be strafed as well. So the first match is over and my team lost it. I managed to get 4 kills and never got shot down, despite the damage I took in the beginning of the match. It was that error on my part that prevented me from having a better game. Even though I finished in first place and had more points than anyone else in the match, I should have done a lot better to help the team win. If anything though, what it did show is that the I-301 can take damage well, and still stay in the fight. A margin of error that kept me from incurring any deaths. The second match starts off a lot better for me. No bonehead mistakes on my part, and I get the drop on an A-20 Havoc. Some piss-poor shooting on my part, though, results in a teammate winding up with credit for the kill. Shout out to SnugglyFox and ReFFs squadron. Good shooting, bro. It's time to forget about the Havoc and move on to the next target. A Soviet Su-2 is flown across my gun sight. The I-301 is new, so maybe players just don't know about its guns yet. People, treat the I-301 as the early-tier Russian version of the Focke-Wulf. Way too much firepower to just fly in front of it blindly. The Su-2 makes a decent scissor move, but I don't bite on it and hang back. I've got a good ad hoc wingman in SnugglyFox, and we whittle away at the Soviet plane. SnugglyFox sets it afire, but I finish it off for my first kill. That's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of action down low, and it seems like the targets just keep coming one after the other. This time I catch sight of a P-36 Hawk. I commit to the chase, and as you can see, I still have a teammate to distract it while I close in for a better shot. You're going to see the Hawk make the quintessential mistake here, ignoring the big gun threat behind it in favor of chasing the difficult kill. While he's busy fighting for position in front of me, I have an easy time of it lining up a kill shot. At half a kilometer away, I open up with a long burst of cannon and machine guns. A couple seconds later, the kill goes to my teammate though, and I have to be content with the assist. Oh well, there's no crying in War Thunder. Just time to man up and move on to the next target. Reds are all over the place, and it doesn't take long before a golden opportunity presents itself. A red HE-112 trailed by another red Ki-45 come into view. I fire on the 112 and it goes down instantly. A couple seconds later, the Ki-45 follows it into the ground. The double kill pushes a total of 3. A quick scan of my surroundings reveals a BB-1 attacker in the vicinity as well. It just takes a few twists and I get in behind it for the classic firing solution on its 6. He doesn't go down without trying to evade, but it doesn't work. A burst of gunfire later puts it into the trees for kill number 4. This next sequence right here is some of that new ball. Look at the PBY flying along without any damage evident. I join the chase and figure, hey, another easy kill for kill cam. Not how things wound up going. You've got a friendly plane diving down on the PBY and opening fire, scoring a hit. You'll see him overshoot and do no significant damage that would cause the plane to lose airworthiness. I go in and shoot the PBY up so badly, its tail comes off. I don't get the kill. Working as intended, Gaijin? By now, it must be getting like a broken record. I circle around down low at near treetop level and find another target. This time it's a Hawker Hurricane off to my right. I come about and start putting a couple of long bursts into it. I kept it up until it fell to the ground in flames for kill number 5. This is a classic furball with planes all over the place tangling with each other. The I-301 shines in this chaos, killing most anything it gets a decent shot at with its overwhelming firepower. This Ki-61 is doing all it can to stay ahead of the whole stream of shells and bullets trailing it. Luck doesn't hold though, and when my cannons have cycled, the next burst snaps off its tail. More of this shoot the tail off nonsense, all this time I wasn't having it. I made sure to finish off the wreckage of the fuselage to register kill number 6. Last but not least, we have an inattentive Lag 3 making a wide turn to get a better shooting angle on a teammate of mine to the right. The yo-yo maneuver is perfectly executed, save for the fact it puts him in a poor energy state right in front of my crosshair. Scratch 1 lag for kill number 7, and that's it for the game. I don't like the fact that we lost the game. Okay, so I got first place in the game with 7 kills and 0 deaths. The game ended too quickly to easily get into the double digits in kills, clocking in at only 7.5 minutes in game time. But all in all, you can see that the I-301 is going to be a favorite among rank 1 pilots, as its mix of speed and superior firepower are hard to beat at battle rating 2.3. In 2 matches, I had 11 kills with 0 deaths, with only the quick endings holding me back from better totals. That's all for today, I'm afraid. I hope you saw what flying the I-301 is like, and as it's a brand new plane, share your thoughts about it in the comments section below. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel by clicking the button as well. This is KillCam just reminding you that in War Thunder, if it's still red, then it's not dead.